I'm on the road today. I know I've been talking about it for a little bit, but today's the day. Today is the Medaka Fish Fest down there in Santana, California at Nolan's Aquarium. Driving down there. Hopefully I'll be able to get to meet some of the people that I've come to know over the course of me doing videos here on YouTube. I know Something Fishy, Zach, he mentioned he was going to be there with his dad. Aquaballs George also said that he's going to probably be there with his whole family. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then, a couple other people I will actually, get to meet Nolan from Nolan's Aquarium. And hopefully be able to do a little bit of a store tour. In the process of doing that, hey Sam, how's it going, man? Yeah, I'm headed up to Santana, to the Orange County area. I guess they're having they're having an event today, and so I know the Hawaiian Fishkeeper is going to be there. I don't know what other content creators. I know there's a lot of people that are on Instagram from the Medaka rice fish community. It's predominantly going to be focused on Medaka rice fish, so I'm kind of excited about it. I want to learn a little bit more about them. Everything that I've heard seems to indicate that they're kind of like the ideal. Hey Joe, they're kind of the ideal fish to be able to keep outdoors in our area because they can tolerate pretty high temperatures and they can go pretty cold. The cold is not the issue for us down here because cold winters are probably in the 40s. We don't freeze over, and so that's kind of what I'm doing today. It's just driving down there. I've been on the road for about an hour now. According to Google Map, I'm still about 3 hours away from my destination. So, figured out just kind of jump up here and quickly bring up people as to what's going on. I know that I wasn't aware that there's the American Medaka Association here in the United States, and it just seems like lately I'm always curious with what happens with new species of fish introduced to the hobby. And one of the things that I was kind of curious, and maybe you guys can give me your opinion on this, but do you guys think that the Medaka rice fish, is it a fish that is here to stay, or is it just a passing trend? Every so often we come across a species of fish that just kind of seem to take the hobby by storm. And I guess maybe about last year or so, or the year before that, plecos. Everybody's talking about plecos, especially when the zebra plecos kind of came out. They're still, they still talk about them, but it seemed like every other video I used to watch on YouTube was some sort of pleco related video. Obviously right now, and I don't know if that trend's going away, but it's like the nano aquariums, planet aquariums, they seem to have a pretty good foothold on the hobby, because I remember back when I came back, that was what drew me in, was planet aquariums, not so much the nano aquariums, and it's still trending. I mean, to the point where it's kind of got me hooked a little bit. Even thinking about changing up some things in my own aquariums to kind of reflect more of that interest that I have. But I was lucky, and I know usually this time of the morning, Depths Unknown is usually going live, but I didn't see that he was going live right now. But that's what's going on. You know, figured I'd get on here for a little bit and see what you guys are up to. Let's see, I commented on your last video, changing your fish room. I can definitely relate. Yeah, I know we were talking about that again last night. I mean, as much as I want to be doing some of the breeding stuff, I mean, other than live bears, live bears, I guess they're kind of cool at the beginning because you're able to reproduce more. And it's not that I don't like guppies. I still do. I still enjoy them very much. I don't think I will ever be without some sort of a live bear, whether it's guppies, platies, mollies, or swordtails, which are basically the same family. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a thing where, what do I want to do? I mean, I enjoy being in the garage because it does give me a little bit of quiet time, but I've always been intrigued with trying to do some of the aquascaping and stuff like that. So I'm a mess, really. That's what it is. I mean, that's really what it boils down to, because as much as I like to be able to breed some stuff, I just don't have the time. I think breeding egg scatters, which is what I'm interested in. It's a whole ball game. It's a whole different style of fish keeping. I thought I was going to be able to circumvent, you know, a lot of these established methods that work, and trying to come up with an alternative way to do it. But even then, I'd have to revisit what I'm doing, because I think the biggest culprit that I have, especially when it comes to the egg scatter fish that I have, is that I've got too many snails in my tanks. I've got too many bottom feeders, too many stuff that could predate on any of these eggs. I mean, they already have a challenge as it is when they hatch, that the parents don't pick them off. Not having the proper setup doesn't help. It's one of those things where you really, if you're really going to try to breed stuff like that, it does take some commitment, and it does take some dedication. I think that's really more what it boils down to, because you got to be able to set up traps, pull the eggs, hatch the eggs separately, create foods that are small enough for a lot of these fry to be able to survive and grow up. So, you know, I gave it a go of trying to do it in a way where I was trying to circumvent a lot of steps, and I haven't had any success that way. So there's a reason why there's a true and tried method. I'm not saying I'm not trying to discourage you from trying other alternatives, but there is a point where you kind of got to accept that is a failure. that method that you thought might work is not necessarily working out the way you planned. I've tried doing the heavily planted with some of the live bears, and cycles I have cories in there, and the snails. The snails are in all my tanks, and that's going to be an issue. I would have to basically tear everything down and start from scratch, and I don't know if I want to do that. At this point, I don't think I want to do that, because I just don't have I was hoping, that's really what it was, that my work schedule was going to change. It's been almost a year now that we were promised we were going to go to 12-hour shifts, which meant that I was going to have a lot of downtime in between when I did my days off, and I was going to take advantage of that fact and be able to focus on that. But I don't know, HR has been dragging their feet. There really isn't a clear justification as to why we haven't gone to that schedule that we were. It's been approved by all the supervisors and stuff like that, so who knows. But in the meantime, we're just kind of, still stuck with this old schedule. Oops. Time to take a sip. But so that's why I'm on the road. I'm headed up to. It's funny because they would call it Southern California, but I'm actually driving north. That's how far south we are. I'm actually driving into San Diego. But yeah, I'm gonna bypass San Diego, but I'm gonna kind of head it in that direction now. I might have to jump off of this because once I hit the grade, I know the signal gets pretty bad. Hey, NC Plecos, how you doing, man? Well, thank you for dropping in. What do you think of the video idea of Seville? What is it? Are they two different hill streams? You know what? I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to hill stream loaches. Come to find out, there's different species of, not species, but different variations of them that I wasn't aware of. I thought they were all the same. And then for a while there was the Borneo, and then there was a different one. But now I know, who's it, Jody P? She's really, really into hill stream loaches. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly which ones she's got, but I know that she's had a lot of success breeding them. And she was talking to, she says that she calls them her Pokemons because she's trying to collect them all. So I don't know. That's another side of the hobby that's pretty new to me. I haven't really dove into it, but it sounds like you're onto something there. Maybe it's a video that you should do and see. Although I don't know. Yeah, I'm just kind of the wrong person to ask about that because I don't have that knowledge. My knowledge has actually been mostly live bears because that's what I've kept. I am in a void, I guess, where it comes to having access to fish and swamps and stuff like that because of where I live. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to meet some of the people that I've come to know over the course of the years, and it'll be nice to be able to do a face-to-face. Like I said, Zach from Something Fishy is probably there. I'm hoping Jacob for Any Fish Will Do also is kind of there. This is also close to where they have the what is it? The coast, which is California. They have a weird club name. It's California Ornamental Aquatic. It's something society. So the Society of Tropical Fish. I don't know. It's coast. That's the acronym. It's right around the corner from where they have their meetings. So hopefully I'll meet some people there that I've met in the past from the time that I attended that club meeting. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. What's the question? Man, it sucks to get old because it's bad enough that I'm driving and trying to read, but the letters are really small. Hey, Ty, how's it going? I'm headed up to the Orange County, LA area to go check out this Medaka Fish Fest they got going on. It's the first year they put it on, and I know Nolan from Nolan's Aquarium was kind of using his facility or his area as where the event's going to be organized. He's been putting in a lot of work. He doesn't do a whole lot of stuff on YouTube, but on Instagram that's predominantly where he focuses on. Man, there's a big community of Medaka rice fish people, enthusiasts, and stuff like that. I had no idea. I know Medaka rice fish are relatively new down here. I mean, down here in the States, that's what I'm trying to say, because in Japan it's been for years that they've kept them. And I kind of like them because they kind of remind me a little bit of a miniature version of a koi fish. You know, in the aspect that they're kind of designed to be observed from the top down. And I think that would be the equivalent of the nano pond keepers, I guess. For those of us that can't have a pond like like Thai, that is thousands of gallons, you can kind of get the same enjoyment with an empty flower pot and a few gallons of water in some of these little fish. And they're just as resilient as some of the kois that are out there. So that's why I've been really, really intrigued. How long is the drive? For me, it's about a 4-hour drive without traffic, which I'm gonna have to pass through San Diego and a little bit of Riverside and a little bit of Orange County down to Irvine. Luckily, it's Sunday. I got an early head start. I left around 4:30. Had to stop, fuel up the car, and fuel up myself. And so now, according to this, I've got about 2.5 hours before I get there. I'm starting to hit the pass now to get up and over into San Diego. So it might start acting up. I might drop out. If I drop out, it's because the signal dropped and not because I'm not on the road. So I'm just trying to give you guys a heads up. Hey, Vanoski, how's it going, man? Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Steve, where are you going? I'm going to Santa Ana to the Medaka Rice Fish event that they're having. A long time no see, man. And but yeah, I'm kind of going through the grades right now from coming up from the Imperial Valley going up into San Diego area. So we're gonna have a little change in elevation, but I don't know. I know historically the signal down here has been horrible and it cuts out. So I don't know. We'll see what happens now. I know supposedly cell service is supposed to be a lot better than back in the day, so we'll see what happens. And but yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. I'm gonna go check that out. I'm hoping to be able to check out the store. I know a couple of people that I've talked to that have been to the store. It's a neat little store, but it's a lot smaller than what you think, because of I guess on camera it just kind of comes off as being a bigger place. So that's kind of what people have told me in the past. Hey, yeah, you'll be surprised how small the store is. Everybody seems to think that it's a lot bigger, but I know it looked like a little office building, and when Nolan first started, or when I first became aware of him, he was breeding a lot of African cichlids, and that's really what I think the store really got known for, is a lot of their Africans. They had all sorts of, from Lake Tanganyika